the boy who never saw it coming. Doll E. Monroe grew up in Portland, Oregon, the kind of kid teachers bragged about. Straight-A student, chess club champion, volunteer at the community library. Never touched alcohol, never even tasted beer. He was gentle, smart, and overly cautious, the type who double-checked doors and apologized even when he didn't need to. His mother always said, "Doll E, you're the son any woman would pray for. Just stay this kind forever." And he did. For 27 years. What he didn't know, what no one told him, was that his father had another family, another child, another life hidden like a rusted key buried in a backyard. He had a half-sister somewhere out there. A sister he had never met. A sister he didn't know existed. A sister who would one day walk into his life and tear it apart in a single night he could not remember. It started on a Friday night in June, one of those rare nights when Doll E's friends convinced him to come out. "Bro, it's just one party. Come on, Doll E, live a little. Take a drink, man, you're too stiff." He resisted. For hours he resisted. But the music was loud, and the lights were soft, and he wanted for once to feel normal. So he took the first drink, then the second, then the one his friend mixed just a little too strong. The room blurred. The world tilted. Faces melted into each other. And then he saw her. A girl with warm brown eyes, curly black hair, and a smile that reached straight through the chaos and touched something inside him. She seemed familiar, though he couldn't explain why. She laughed when he spilled his drink. She teased him when he tried to dance. She held him up when he stumbled. And sometime in the middle of the night, when his mind was fogged and his senses dulled, they disappeared into a quiet room together. He remembered her hand on his cheek. He remembered her voice, soft and nervous. He remembered her tears, mixed with laughter. Then darkness. A blackout. His first and last. The morning after. He woke up alone. Shaking. Confused. Head pounding like a drum. His clothes were scattered. His phone was dead. His memory was blank. He walked home ashamed, whispering to himself, "What did I do? Who was she? Why did I let this happen?" He blamed himself. He swore he would never drink again. He swore he would never forgive himself for whatever happened. But he had no idea the storm that was coming. 3 weeks later, a letter arrived at his apartment. No return address. No clues. Just his name, written in beautiful handwriting. Inside, a single sheet. "We need to talk. What happened wasn't your fault. I didn't know either. Please meet me for both our sakes." And below the signature, one name. Celeste Monroe. Doll E froze. His last name. Her first name. A name he didn't know, but should have. He went to his father that same night, demanding answers. And his father, trembling, confessed the truth. He had another daughter. Born before Doll E. Raised by another woman. Kept secret his entire life. Her name, Celeste. Doll E sank into the couch, shaking violently. "Dad, what have you done? Who is she to me?" His father whispered, "She's your half-sister." And the world stopped. Doll E met Celeste at a quiet cafe by the river. She looked terrified. He looked broken. Neither spoke for almost a full minute. Then she finally whispered, "I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. I didn't even know he was my father until last week." Doll E covered his face with both hands. "Celeste, I don't even remember what happened. I would never." She gently touched his shoulder. "Doll E, I'm pregnant." The world collapsed under his feet. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't think. He felt his soul crumble. Weeks turned into months. Doll E locked himself indoors. He avoided calls. He stopped eating. He stared at the ceiling for hours, whispering, "I ruined everything. I deserve nothing. I should disappear." He almost did. One night, standing on the edge of a bridge, the river roaring below him, he closed his eyes and whispered, "I'm sorry, Mom." But before he could step forward, he heard her voice. Celeste. She had been following him for days, worried he would do something irreversible. She grabbed his arm with tears streaming down her face. "Doll-E, please don't do this." He broke down, sobbing into her shoulder. "I can't live with this. I can't. I don't deserve to breathe." Celeste held him tighter. "You didn't know. I didn't know. We are victims of his lies, not monsters." He collapsed in her arms, crying until sunrise. Celeste refused to abort the child. "This baby is innocent. What happened to us was not its fault." Doll-E feared society. Feared judgment. Feared the stain of a story he never asked for. But gradually, slowly, painfully, he started attending therapy. He started reading books on trauma. He started talking to Celeste regularly. They worked through the guilt, the shame, the anger. And over time, something unexpected happened. They built a bond. Not of lovers. Not of a couple. But of two broken siblings healing together. The night the baby was born, Doll-E held the child in his trembling hands. Tiny fingers. Soft breath. Eyes closed peacefully. He whispered, "I didn't choose how you came here. But I choose to love you now. I choose to protect you. I choose to be better than the mistakes behind us." Celeste cried quietly. And for the first time since that night, Doll-E felt something other than guilt. He felt purpose. When pain turns to light. 5 years passed. Doll-E became a youth counselor, teaching teenagers about alcohol, drugs, and consent. He used his pain to save others from repeating his tragedy. Celeste worked as an advocate for children in unstable homes. They raised the child together, not as a traditional family, but as a team bonded by truth, forgiveness, and the desire to break every cycle of trauma they inherited. People whispered. People judged. But they stayed strong. And Doll-E often told people, "Sometimes the worst night of your life becomes the beginning of the person you were meant to be."